going to say I'll actually, what's wrong with just dropping back immediately? Just hit the pawn. I was looking at this move to plant the knight. But yeah, you're running this. So I know he's disconnected from the game. Oh wait, he's on the site. He's on the platform. He's still on the site, but he's deliberately left the game. That's what that message means there. He's just left the game. He's still on the site. Oh, now he's reconnected. So that's when it's suspicious. He didn't leave the platform. He left the game. He's reconnected. So this could be a bot now. Yeah, this is likely that I'm going to be playing an engine for the rest of the game now. That's what that normally means, because you could see he was still on the platform very clearly, but it brought me a message up that he'd left the game, and now he just moves instantly. Yeah, this is likely that we're playing a bot now. Yeah, 1751, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. We get white, so knight f3 as per usual. Our opponent, 11,000 games of rapid, that's 10 times what I've done. I've done like 1100-ish. Just over 1100, we'll go d4. So don't want to break symmetry. This is the structure we normally go for, isn't it? Yeah, I don't really want to play c4. I could play knight up, I could play bishop up. I'll leave out the bishop. So it just reserves the position, so I could still do this. Okay, how bold does he want to be? I'm going to drop back and see if he does g5, and then obviously I'll have to come back. So he goes there. Let's just push the pawn to potentially release the bishop this way. So he's played bishop up. I'll play bishop up as well, and you just got to watch out for the pawn pushing 2 in some of these lines. It does happen, it does go wrong sometimes, but right, we're both now castled, so now we need to come up with a plan. Because he's gone for this structure, I could do with the bishop going here. How do we do that, or do we bother? I think I'll just develop the knight for now, maybe here. If takes here, or I could take knight here and jump across this way. It breaks it up, doesn't it? If we go here and he takes, we're going to have to take, and we attack his queen. But does he have a move like knight takes? So we lose a knight. If we take back, we just lose a piece. So here, we lose a knight and we gain a bishop, but we attack his queen. So if he wins a pawn, we gain a queen, lose a queen, we gain a pawn. He gains this pawn as well. That doesn't work out for us, does it? So, no, I don't like that. Okay, we're burning a lot of time. A minute down already. Let's just play rook across. It might be better to take here. Okay, he's gone there. I'm just going to play c3, and I'm going to try and work on playing e4 at some point. See, there's only so much thinking time you have, but what about this and this? I like the look of that now. I'm going to take and then play e4. And if he doesn't trade, we get e5. And if he does, I'll just go with the knight. I think. I could take with the bishop immediately, but I think I'd just go with the knight with a view to jumping this side. So let's go here, hit the bishop. He's gone back. So let's jump the knight to this side. Just preparing bishop in if we needed to try and charge this bishop. Then I need to move the queen somewhere useful and then get the rook into play. I could go here, here, or here. They all look playable. Let's just see what black has in mind. Excuse me. He's played queen forward, so that does still allow bishop up immediately. What's he trying to achieve by going there? That's what you ask yourself every move you play, basically. What's he trying to achieve? Now, he could go here and hit the pawn, and we can simply guard it, right? Yeah, I don't want the queen sat in the middle of the board, so I'm just going to develop the bishop. He's gone back over. Okay. I'm going to move my queen then. I can always drop back if I need to and try and get the rook into the centre. That's what I'm aiming for. Bishop here. Maybe we can take or drop back. We just have to worry about that if he plays it. And then if we get back, we can try and build a kingside attack, but that's at this level a little bit less like, he's actually gone for that. So I can gain a knight, lose a queen, gain a queen. That would be good. So gain a knight, lose a bishop. That's what he would do. Or I can just drop back and he's happy to trade. I think I'm better dropping back. He's going to maybe work this, but I think it's better to drop back. I'm giving him a lot of time here. A minute down still. I assume going there he's just going to pretty much auto trade because there's not much point playing it, but he does actually go back, proves me wrong. Let's develop the rook. Okay, so do I go here then? How does he deal with this? It encourages a pawn push or a pawn push, but if he goes there we take here. And there's no knight jump, is there? So let's go here threatening the obvious and see if he pushes a pawn. It's just to open the king's defences ever so slightly. We can always just simply drop back. Maybe at some point we've got knight in as well, but so you just got to deal with this mate threat. But here we can take a pawn with a check. So I assume we'll play g6. Oh, he's done that. So he's giving us the pawn with a check, get the queen off. Okay, that must be right to play. So we'll grab the pawn. It's too early in the game, especially at amateur level, for this to be, you know, a decisive pawn. But pawn's still a pawn. Am I getting my rook trapped? So I can go here or here or here or here even. So forward, I don't think I've got a threat. Here or here I can go actually here as well, can't I? And hit the bishop. If I go here, hit the bishop, he can't actually obviously run away. Maybe he can go here. I just gotta be careful because he's got to move like bishop back. If I go here, it blocks my rooks. I like the idea here, but after here, oh, do you have bishop back? I guess I've got this, but my knight might be getting trapped. So here we pressure the pawn, but I don't like that. No, I think I better come all the way back and just try and double my rooks up or retreat the rook. It might have been right to go forward there. Let's just see with the post-game review. It's generally nice to go forward rather than back if you can do. But I can see bishop coming here being a problem. You'll say bishop here. So he's moved his bishop out the way, so I think we just want to double up there. Just to try and stop this immediately. We'll probably go something like this, and then we'll have to come back. I guess bishop here is a bit annoying. That's what he's gone for. Mind you, I can go here, but then he's got bishop here. So I really have to come all the way back. He'll play bishop down. I can probably do this trade. That seems fine. But I do have a knight jump here, don't I? So let's do that first before we play h3. I've got a potential check as well. And then maybe bishop here. I guess he can just step back. So h3 might be just as good. With the queens off the board, this sort of structure is not quite as dangerous for both sides, to be fair. It might open the file up for a rook further down the line, so we could potentially consider jumping the knights forward at some point, depending on what happens with the bishop. I say it's generally good to get forward in a game if you can do, rather than retreating, but not easy sometimes. So what's his idea? What's his plan? G5 looks nice for black, actually done it. G5 looks nice. He's played his rook up, but just get a nice pawn chain looks like a nice concept. He's played rook up, so knight up is a move to hit the bishop. I mean, he can obviously drop back. h3 though has to be a move, doesn't it? Yeah, let's play h3 because we burnt a lot of time early in the game. We can't afford to think on every single move. So knight up now, hit the bishop. I guess he just drops back, and I don't have a good effective move. But I could throw a check in. Or I can play knight this way actually, can't I? Here. If he takes, I just take back and we come in this way instead. Oh, I've got bishop here to pin the knight actually. How does he guard that? Is that winning a piece or an exchange? I didn't even see that. I've just noticed it. Because the bishop's here, he can't actually play rook up to guard it. If he takes, we take back. He might have to just sack the knight for a pawn. Has that been there for a few moves? I've just not seen it. Maybe. It's since the rook's gone here, he doesn't have a move to go back and guard it. So he's gone back to give up the exchange, so it must be right for us to take it. Won't get another chance. Okay, now I need to be more adventurous. So I've got rook up here to break this pin, or I can play knight either of these to hit the bishop. So rook up here. It's going to come under fire, isn't it? So I don't mind this idea now that the queens are off and I've got the rook. So just a case of where's the right square for the knight. I think it's better to go here and hit the bishop and maybe here. If he takes, I'll just take back. And then we'll try and plant the knight or get forward somehow. I don't think he will take. Actually, no, it's rapid. I don't need to pre-move. Not this early in the game anyway. So he's played rook forward, so we can get another piece off the board. So that must be good. So we'll do that. So now I need to break this pin. So I think just the simple rook up, just hitting the pawn. If he takes, we'll take back. Although I've hit the pawn, but there's a nice pawn chain for black coming here. And then we've maybe got knight up, I'm not sure. Just try and hit the knight. I guess he's got knight here, hasn't he? A bit annoying. Yeah, so knight up might run into knight f6. And then that rook would be doomed. So yeah, so knight up here, knight f6, and the rook can't retreat. So that's no good. Oh, what about rook here now? We hit the rook and the pawn. That looks nice. We hit the rook and the pawn. Now he can just leave his rook there, but we can trade. If he plays rook forward to avoid it, we can grab a pawn, I think. So he's played forward. So again, is there any tricks? I don't see it. Like check, he just takes is nothing, is it? Let's just get rid of the rook. But now, how do I get forward? I think I maybe need to start working this side. Let's go here and start pushing and try and open the flank up for our rook. Try and get the rook active somewhere on an open file. Just blast it open. So, I mean, I've got rook here now, haven't I? Hit these two. Yeah, just go here. Knight back guards the pawn, but then this one's loose. King up we can take here and hit this one. I've still got 4 minutes left. Okay, so he has played that move. Now if I take here, I'm attacking the bishop, so I don't think I'm getting my rook trapped, but I could be. King here, and we're suddenly short of squares, but we've still got this, haven't we? So I'm going to trust that I'm not trapped and take it. He's gone back. And now I am actually short of squares. Oh, there's a pawn here, though. Take that and hit the bishop. It could be so easy to get my rook trapped, and then the game turns. Okay, so he's gone back, so I can pin the bishop and force a trade if I want. So we can trade the bishop. We've got this, we've got this. Actually, I like the... I'm going to say I like... actually, what's wrong with just dropping back immediately? Just hit the pawn. I was looking at this move to plant the knight. But yeah, you're running this. So I know he's disconnected from the game. He's oh wait, he's on the site. He's on the platform. He's still on the site, but he's deliberately left the game. That's what that message means there. He's just left the game. He's still on the site. Oh, now he's reconnected. So that's when it's suspicious. He didn't leave the platform. He left the game. He's reconnected. So this could be a bot now. Yeah, this is likely that I'm going to be playing an engine for the rest of the game now. That's what that normally means, because you could see he was still on the platform very clearly, but it brought me a message up that he'd left the game, and now he just moves instantly. Yeah, this is likely that we're playing a bot now. Okay, at least it's on camera. It's on camera. But he brought a message up clearly saying he'd left the game. Yeah, and now he's just playing instant moves. Yeah, we're pretty confident we're playing against a bot here. Now I do have rook here to hit this pawn. I don't see how he defends it. That's unfortunate, isn't it? It's a 7-year-old account as well. But it looks like somebody not playing fairly. That's what it looks like anyway. I mean, see, the game's played on lichess. It's up to lichess to ultimately decide how they deal with it. Hopefully I'm strong enough to still convert, but if I'm playing a strong bot, then maybe not. But yeah, it always looks suspicious like that. But you could see he was still connected on the site, but he deliberately left the game. So he hits the pawn, but we can take this one. And then suddenly he's reconnected, and all his moves are coming much quicker. Yeah, that's a big telltale. Now I can go here, pin the knight, and force a trade. And I just have to get this pawn, and it should still be winning for me. So here, say he moves the king anywhere. I take, and he takes with the king or the bishop. If I can just get this pawn, I'm still going to convert there, so I'm going to play that. Even against a decent bot, I should win. Against a very top bot, you know, maybe they're just so strong that maybe I'm going to still lose it. Yeah, he's just playing everything instantly now, isn't he? Everything instantly, but I'm still got the pin here, still able to trade. Then I should have 6 pawns against none, so now is the time to take and just solidify here. King across. Yeah, it's unfortunate when you see this, but that was a very deliberate action. Okay, I can go here and guard the pawn. If he takes the back one, you just run the front. I don't know, I need to get here. Yeah, see, that's why you're nearly slipping. Because if he gets here, actually, I've got to abandon them. I've got to abandon them. If he takes this one, I can run here, though, and he's going to have to guard this. So he's going to have to guard. But I'll get this pawn, right? So let's go here and make sure we can get this. But yeah, I'm playing against a bot now, aren't I? The whole play on the game has changed completely. So he's gone there. Oh, now I just take his pawn. Indeed, he knows immediately that he doesn't take, of course. So is he going to turn this one round? It looks like it. It's possible, isn't it? I need to move the knight here. Where do we go? Oh, I guess I go here. So it guards the pawn. I'll just guard the knight. And then I'll run up this side. But yeah, look at his play. It's completely different to what it was earlier, isn't it? Completely different. Everything's pretty much instant now. And these are all going to be really good moves. Really good. But like I say, I should still be good enough to convert this. Just march down. But its play is completely different to what it was. Yeah. Let's just check. Okay, let's check. Now, where's the finish? I just want to get the finish. I don't care how I do it. I check here. He has to go here. Now, let's not worry about calculating it out. I've just got to make sure I don't blunder a stalemate now. If you're in doubt here, just check and whip the bishop and get a new queen. I'm just trying to figure out if I've got the force mate, and that actually is checkmate, isn't it? That's checkmate, but yeah, there's something very suspicious about this now, the way he did that. We'll pause, check what it was in engine speak. Then, actually, let's do it normally. They're the move times for both players. Let's put it through the analyzer. I can't remember exactly what move he did it on now, but I've got it recorded. It's on the video, so I can check that back afterwards. I'll review the account off camera. That's what I normally do. I normally just review it off camera, and then I'll decide if I'm going to do a report. But it looked pretty. It looked like, you know, something was going on, didn't it? There was a very clear, noticeable change when he reconnected as well, and he was still on the platform. He'd left the game, then came back. But I've played it really well. But yeah, 96 against 91 on the accuracy. So from wherever it happened on whatever move it was, be interesting to see how many top moves he's actually found for them. But it was a completely different change in the play, wasn't it? Thankfully, I've managed to play a good game all the way through. So nothing's been flagged for either side here. So you can see a decent player in his own right anyway, but it looks like he was using some form of assistance in the game. It looks like it later in the game. So yeah, see here, it's the purpose of playing bishop here as a player at my level is you're playing bishop here because you're looking to take away this risk of the bishop and the queen lining up for the mate threat. So I drop back and you just trade. That's what you do. And then he's dropped back there. It's a technical blunder, as you can see here. And that's actually his only blunder of the game. So these little mistakes he's got, they're all early in the game. And then when he's reconnected later on, he's just got a couple here. But otherwise, he's just played it the whole end game perfectly since that disconnection. Yeah, this one looks dubious to me. I say, when I'm suspicious about any account, it doesn't matter who it is and what the account is, what the game is, I always do a deep dive off camera. Take a much closer look. And I'm just trying to simplify the game here. Get pieces off the board because rook material. And we want to try and find a way to open things up to get the rook active. So we've managed to win a pawn. Then you're trying to check if the rook's getting trapped here, because all these squares are now covered. you know, king here and the rook's in a bit of bother, but we can win another pawn here. Then another one. And it's around about here, wasn't it? It was round about here. I don't remember the exact move, but it was about here where he did his disconnection. But we could clearly see he was still on the platform. Then he's come back to the game, and the speed of the play has suddenly noticeably changed. Or will it be in the move times? But his speed noticeably changed, didn't it? It's maybe after this move here, and there was a complete difference from this sort of position coming up. But yeah, I've seen an opportunity here, pin the knight, so I can get the knight off the board, and I've got 6 pawns against 1. So even against a decent bot, I should be able to still convert that. Against the very, very top engines, maybe I can still mess it up, but it should be comfortable enough. But even here in this position, you suddenly realise the king's coming and you're guarding your pawns, so you move quickly here to protect them, and the king suddenly comes here, and you suddenly can't get your king necessarily across to easily stop the pawn. Maybe in this position you can, but if he gets his bishop in, you could be in trouble. You could be. Maybe it's still fine. Maybe it is, but he was finding all good moves here. They're all perfect moves, aren't they? They're all perfect moves, these. And he was doing them an awful lot quicker than he was earlier in the game as well. And then we come in with a nice checkmate. So it is what it is. I'll review the account off camera, and then I'll most likely get this one reported. It looks like something went on to me, so most likely we'll do that, and then it's just up to lichess. This game's on lichess, so it's up to them as to what they do with it or not, as the case may be. Right, I've done a quick playback of the recording here. This is the position where our opponent did a disconnection in the game. It was on move 39 where we got that message coming up. I've just done a very quick flick through. Every single move he played after that was a top engine move, including these two, which are actually given as inaccuracies. But they were actually all top engine moves. To be fair, I've managed to play the game very well as well. But there's also a change here. This is the position, move 39, where that's where he's disconnected. And then suddenly there's a noticeable increase in this, the speed of play compared to earlier in the game. But every single move is a top engine move. So when we just flick through here, like I said, we've already done the post-game review, but I came through when we get this point here where it's got bishop to g8, so I just thought I'll turn the engine on. Because you can see it's given as an actual inaccuracy there, that's what the blue one is. But it's actually still one of the top engine moves. It's just a forced mate in 12 in all of them, so that one's a top engine move as well. It's not, they're all basically just the same eval, even though it's flagged there. And the same on here, bishop to h7. It's again one of the top engine moves, mate in 12 or mate in 5s. And suddenly it's here, isn't it? So it's one of the top moves, even though it's given as an accuracy there. So yeah, it looks suspicious to me. Move 39 was where the disconnection happened. Then he's played noticeably quicker after that point, and every single move was a top engine move. So we managed to still convert the win. It is what it is, but I think this is one that we need to get reported, and then it's just up to lichess as to them dealing with it as they see fit.